Hello and welcome to Season 44 of Alliance War. This is episode 12, the last episode of this season. So we did manage to beat NWD last war, and that finally solidified our spot in Masters this season. So it's my first ever Masters title. I'm so proud of the whole Alliance, especially the officers. Shout out to them for awesome plans. Couldn't have done it without you. So yeah, we've achieved our Masters goal, and we've got 5 fights today against our opponent next. So they're currently sitting in the top 10. They did finish Platinum 1 just like us last season. Full of whales as well, so the work is cut out for us. And our team today will be our 6-star rank 5 Blade, our 6-star rank 2 Ghost Rider, and our 6-star rank 4 Hulkling. So Ghost Rider, of course, will provide the Spirit of Justice synergy to Blade, giving him danger sense against the 2 villain champs we're going to be fighting today. And Blade will also be running the Decay Attacker tactic, because we will be fighting 2 Sugar Pill champs. So starting masteries are pretty standard, non-suicide setup. We probably could have run more points in Pacify perhaps, but decided to stick it like this for now. So the first fight here, we're on path 3. We've got a rank 5 Ascended Scorpion. I actually didn't record the nodes, I usually do. I make that an effort to do that, but missed him for this fight, so it's really nothing. It's really a nothing placement for Blade. He can just tear through this guy. So we've got a power start 1, skill power boost running. He can pretty much go down in 20-30 seconds, not even. So yeah, just typical Blade stuff there with danger sense. Nothing too out of the ordinary. We've got a Silver Surfer next with Hulkling. So he's got electric defense. So basically you want to bring champs that are power drain immune just for safety. However, I didn't consider that when he does try to power drain you, he also special locks you. So I didn't consider that until later in the fight when it actually happened. Now this is the first ever fight I've used Hulkling in War 4. So it wasn't perfect. There were a lot of mistakes made, but only one way to go from here, which is to improve. So yeah, I apply the Intimidate there, but because he has that armor up buff, we are special locked, so we can't throw our special 2. And we're up to a special 3 now actually, so I just have to wait for his armor up buff to go down. But he actually refreshes it with his special 1 there, giving him the power gains. So I really should have waited until the armor was gone. I should have prevented him from throwing special before I threw that one. So we threw our special 3 here, just to dump it really. And we get a bit of power back, but not really much because it barely did any damage. So at this point, we just want to wait for that armor up to go down. I realized the mistake I made with letting it go on. And so I don't want him to throw a special, but he does, and he actually clips us with that special 1. So we go down to 60%. This is a really, really ugly fight on my behalf. But we can get the pierces up into an unblockable special without actually hitting him. And that does let us get the Fury buffs. And so now we're cooking. So we train into a striker here. We're hitting like a truck now, and he's dead. So yeah, really ugly fight for my first Hulkling one. And this one was worse. It wasn't a great assignment because we didn't have danger sense against this Dragon Man, so we only had the Decay tactic. And because Dragon Man is bleed immune, he takes a while to get down with Blade. Now I made a mistake there at the start of the fight. I ate a heavy attack by accident. This does also have protection, so it's just a very, very slow fight. And I'm not going to show you the whole fight because this was close to a timeout. As you can get, I think it was like 4.5 minutes is how long this fight took. But I'll show you the mistakes I made along the way at least, because you guys will like that. So here I made the mistake of punishing his special with a heavy because I wanted to get the protection down, but of course we had Dex buff expired, so he goes unstoppable, and we get a full combo to the face. And then here I was just tiny bit late on my heavy attack, and he managed to immediately throw a special 2. Luckily he did have those wither buffs, so the incinerates didn't do any damage. You know, if there were no withers, we would have died. In fact, we probably should have died like 3 or 4 times this match, but Blade's healing is just so ridiculously strong that we were able to survive the whole time. And so, yeah, extremely ugly result, but, you know, a solo is a solo, right? So yeah, it was a pretty ugly war for me in general, really. I don't know if I was just being complacent that we'd finally finish Masters or not. I definitely wasn't playing anywhere near my best today. I have this Shocker here with Hulkling. Now, I forgot that Hulkling, Shocker, his stuns don't last as long. So you can see, even with Max Stupefy, the stuns, we can barely punish them at all. And so I actually, well, stupidly, I tried to throw a heavy attack later for Intimidate, but that didn't work. I think here I tried to throw a heavy attack, but he just immediately countered because of that reduced stun duration. It was a really weird placement for Shocker. I'm not sure why they placed him here. You normally would see a skill champion here, but you know, we'll take it. So he does have 72 charges now. We want to intercept him so we don't have to worry about the unblockable. We are at a special 3 now, just like that Surfer fight. We got pushed to 1. So we want to just dump that, really. It's not going to do that much damage at all. But we have max shapeshift charges now, so we can get a few aptitudes, get a nice backdraft there to get rid of his charges. I shouldn't have tried to punish that special 1 because that's not a good thing to do. But I do throw the special 2 there, get the 2 fury buffs, and that pretty much kills him. So those are all the path fights today. We have one more fight for the season, and it is another Polka Dot Power Mysterio. So this is the 3rd one I've fought this season. This is the 2nd rank 2. I've fought a rank 1 before as well. So just like both previous times, we want to remove all our proficiencies. We don't want dex because we don't want to risk unstoppable buffs. And we don't want to parry because that would trigger Stunning Reflection, which would stun us, which would not be good. But we want to still be able to get some well-timed blocks in to bleed him so we can trigger Polka Dot Power. So this guy was really not behaving like the last few times I fought him. He managed to just combo through my block there. I must have let it down or something, but he managed to consume all of our invulnerability boost in the first 10 seconds of the fight, which is great. But we managed to dodge that special 1 there. He was really being stingy with his specials, this one. He really wasn't wanting to throw them at all. I mean, I probably should have been more open, I guess, but it's really hard to when you don't have dex. So he did, the bleeds did push us to a special 3 here, but I decided to get a bit of healing in that consumed some of our power, so we're able to throw a special 2. Of course, being Decay, we're immune to all damage over time. That includes Mysterio's Danger Sense. It includes Mysterio's Reflection, which is good. So that's why we want to bait mostly special 1s. But he does get pushed to a special 2 here. We're ticking him down a lot with Brute Force. He just doesn't want to throw any single specials at all. So he throw another special 2. Probably should have healed instead of throwing that, but yeah, I did do that. And then here I made a massive mistake. Took a risk, tried to punish the end of that heavy there because we were ticking for Brute Force, but we missed because he still had that thing up, so we missed and we died. 3rd death of the season on our last fight of the season. Really sucks. I went back in only at 80%. I probably should have healed up more. Spoiler alert, this war was lost already, so that death didn't cost us the win, but it didn't help. It just sucks because it's a good matchup, but Mysterio does make it hard for you sometimes, and this Mysterio definitely did that. But we did get him down quite comfortably on the 2nd time. So that was the season. So we had a 95.3% solo rate, which is okay. It's over 95, which is good, but I definitely want to improve that in future seasons. But we finished Masters, so that's all we can hope for. That's what we set out to achieve at the start of the season. So I'm really happy, really proud of the whole alliance, all 30 of us, and we can only improve in future seasons. So stay tuned for the war rewards that will be coming in the next few days. But I hope you enjoyed this war, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.